If there's anyone you know of in need of a healing, please call out his or her name or repeat it silently to yourself. We ask for special healing for all those persons affected by the virus and other illnesses, and all frontline workers, and all those who serve in the military, and those on whose shoulders rest the decisions which will affect the nation. We also ask for a special healing as we move into a new phase of our government, that we have a smooth transition into our new president next week. Amen. And Reverend Diana will now lead us into a healing.
Everyone just relaxes, opens up their chakras. I want you to allow the divine light come down into your head, down through your neck, into your shoulders, on down your body, all the way through to your hips, down your thighs, your knees, your calves into your ankles, feet, and toes, and send it on down to Mother Earth. Have this beautiful white divine light come down and just clean out anything that is upsetting you, worries, tensions, sadness, fears, any of that. Just have it move all the way down your body and send it to a Mother Earth to transmute it back into positive energy, sending it back to the divine. Ooh, have it just light up any area that is in shadows, in density, so that you are the true beam of light that we all are. And now bring in the beautiful pink unconditional love. Just bring it and pour it into your head, down your arm, into your neck, into your shoulders, to your body, this beautiful pink unconditional love, knowing that you are all the beloved of the universe. And send it on down through your hips, down your thighs, to your legs, down into your feet. It's beautiful, unconditional love of the universe. And now see the green healing light and have it come down through your head, your neck, shoulders, filling your body, giving you the healing that is so needed, down into your hips, down into your thighs, on down your legs, to your feet. Beautiful healing energy of the universe. And now feel these three energies, the divine pure light, the pink unconditional love, and the green healing energies. See it coming down your shoulders into your arms, to your wrists, into your hands, out your fingers, and feel that it makes a complete circle of all of us who's on this call, that we are connected to each other and to the divine, continuing this beautiful connection of unity, of love, divine spirit, and healing. We bring into this circle Mother Earth and send all of these energies down to her core, having her be totally purified, loved, and healed. See these energies on the crust of the earth. Again, bringing all this energy to the heart of the earth, and feel it then going out into the cosmos, energizing, cleaning, loving, healing all of the atmosphere. And then we bring this on down to the United States of America, sending all these energies of light, love, and healing. And then particularly to Washington, D.C., clearing out all of the anger and hurt and bringing forth the light of divinity, love, and healing. See this go to New Jersey and then into each and every one of our homes, sending this love, this pure love and healing to all. Thank you. And we let the energies go, knowing that they are continuing in their healing. Thank you.
I am the commanding, conscious presence that demands peace and harmony in every area and aspect of my life, in my work, in my play, with my friends and family, and within my inner being. The peace and harmony of God is active, present, in full operation and complete manifestation. I send this peace out to every leader in every country and all who make decisions that bring change in our world. I know that the peace and harmony of God is active in every person everywhere. I see this country surrounded by light as more people choose to meditate on peace. I surrender to Spirit the ways in which this will happen. I lay aside my limited opinion as I place my trust in the infinite wisdom of God, knowing that peace and harmony awakens in the hearts, minds, imaginations, hopes, dreams, and wishes for everyone. For the peace and harmony of God far outweighs any desire for disharmony or destruction. Wherever there is God, peace and harmony is active, present, and in full manifestation. And so it is. Take a deep breath. Visualize the healing energy filling each other, the room, and extending out throughout the world, sending its light to all in need and down to Mother Earth. Another deep breath. Amen. The reading and homily this morning will be presented by Reverend Diana Flanagan.
Thank you, Barbara. The reading and homily is from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff by Richard Carlson, PhD. Chapter 55. Breathe before you speak. This simple strategy has had remarkable results for virtually everyone I know. Who has tried it. The almost immediate results include increased patience, added perspective, and as a side benefit, more gratitude and respect from others. The strategy itself is remarkably simple. It involves nothing more than pausing, breathing, after the person to whom you are speaking is finished. At first, the time gap between your voices may seem like an eternity, but in reality, it amounts to only a fraction of a second of actual time. You will get used to the power and beauty of breathing, and you will come to appreciate it as well. It will bring you closer to and earn you more respect from virtually everyone you come in contact with. You'll find that being listened to is one of the rarest and most treasured gifts you can offer. All it takes is intention and practice. If you observe the conversations around you, you'll notice that often what many of us do is simply wait for our chance to speak. We're not really listening to the other person, but simply waiting for an opening to express our own view. We often complete other people's sentences or say things like, yeah, or I know, very rapidly, urging them to hurry up so that we can have our turn. It seems that talking to one another is sometimes more like sparring back and forth, like fighters, or ping pong balls, than it is enjoying or learning from the conversation. This harried form of communication encourages us to criticize points of view, overreact, misinterpret meaning, impute false motives, and form opinions, all before our fellow communicator is even finished speaking. No wonder we are so often annoyed, bothered, and irritated with one another, sometimes with our own poor listening skills. It's a miracle that we have friends at all. I spent most of my life waiting for my turn to speak. If you're all like me, you'll be pleasantly amazed at the softer reactions and looks of surprise as you let others completely finish their thought before you begin yours. Often you will be allowing someone to feel listened to for the very first time. You will sense a feeling of relief coming from the person to whom you are speaking and a much calmer, less rushed feeling between the two of you. No need to worry that you won't get your turn to speak. You will. In fact, it will be more rewarding to speak because the person you are speaking to will pick up on your respect and patience and we begin to do the same. Good morning. When was the last time you told someone something and felt really heard? By your boss, coworkers, your partner, children? How many of us felt listened to as a small child? If not, very often, like most people, then you know what a loss that is to you. All those important feelings, thoughts, experiences, whatever you wanted to share, weren't really received. You weren't heard. Picture a young child running up to you, wanting to share a butterfly they saw, a picture they made, or tell you about an adventure. Do you really give them your full attention? Do you really listen? Can you remember when you were little and were excited about something and wanted someone to hear you? Were you listened to? Not being heard can be quite devastating to a young child growing up. They are looking for guidance, support, encouragement, clarification. They ask questions because they need to understand the world. If you were fortunate enough to be heard as a child, then you know how great that was. You know how satisfying a gift it was to have someone's attention. Someone was present to you. And what a great gift to give to another, to listen to someone, really listen. Deepak Chopra, in his book, The Seven Laws to Spiritual Success, estimates that 85% of all conversations are more about waiting to express your point of view rather than listening to the others. 85%. So, are we spending our time just waiting for the other person to finish so we can speak? We have not really put our thoughts on hold. We are still being engaged with our own self. We aren't paying that much attention to what the other has to say. We are trying to make up for all those times we weren't heard by making sure we get heard now. So we impatiently wait for the others to make their point so we can make our point. If we don't listen to the other person, we are missing out on really getting to know them. We dismiss them because we already know what they're going to say. But do we really know them? Or are we just having them fit into our perception of them? When we don't give people our attention and let them finish, we are not tuning into them. We are not being open to their contribution. Studies have said that at least 80% of communication is nonverbal. So we are not being aware of all the information that is being communicated. As metaphysicians, we know how important energies are. And if we don't settle into ourselves and tune in, we are actually tuning out. In the evolutionary collective, a group I belong to, there is an exercise that we do quite a bit. One person is the speaker, and the other person is the listener. The listener asks a question. What are you experiencing right now? And the speaker answers with whatever comes up. The listener waits, and if the speaker needs some encouragement, they will ask that question again. But there is no dialogue. There is just speaking and listening. This can go on from 5 minutes to 15, and it's been amazing. The more it is done, the more deeply the speaker feels into their experience, and the listener actually begins to feel into the speaker. The listener gets out of their head and is actually very present to the speaker. Then, after the allotted time, they switch places. This simple exercise opens up another dimension in communication. It helps both participants be more centered and open to each other. Sometimes we can't be present when someone is speaking because they may be sharing a deep sadness or grief or upset, and we are uncomfortable with these emotions. We want to quickly give them some reassurance or platitude so that they will feel better. It may be difficult to stay present with them because these feelings bring up our own sadness or feelings of helplessness because sometimes there really isn't anything that can be done. Take a moment and think of a time you were sad or upset and see if anyone gave you advice and how that made you feel. Did it really help or was it more annoying? But think how truly of service it would be to bring a safe space to those emotions so the person at least knows that they are not alone. You can bring them compassion and maybe some understanding and certainly comfort. But we so often give empty words and advice that aren't needed or wanted instead of just being present and seeing what the other truly needs. This is a gift you can give someone at any time. And what a wonderful gift it is to have someone know that their thoughts, opinions, feelings, emotions, wins, losses are important, that they matter. When a person speaks and you are present with them, you are then able to create a response instead of just giving them automatic point of view that you've been waiting for your turn to give. You may be able to give real words of wisdom, true guidance, encouragement, support, another point of view, or perhaps nothing is needed. Perhaps just being there and hearing them might be just what is needing. There is a saying, listen 3 times, once for each ear and once with your heart. Let us listen with our hearts. Open them to listen to another with compassion and presence. Truly hear them, their thoughts, concerns, joys, sadness. And when they are finished, just breathe.
Thank you, Diana. Now let's all take a moment and feel the gratitude within for our church and our sacred space.
Get comfortable and open up to your center and see yourself walking up steps to a temple. So we're walking up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the middle of this temple, see a place for you to sit and see yourself sitting down. And we bring this magic mirror down and we want you to look and we want you to look deep into that mirror and see yourself. And we want you to ask yourself in this mirror, is there something that you had wanted to share that you did not feel was heard or respected or honored? And tell yourself what that is. I want you to really feel that you are being held and heard. Could be when you were one child. It could be now, or a year ago. Doesn't matter. I want you to feel heard right now. Really, really heard. And now we're going to change the scene to someone that maybe you cut off, maybe you didn't listen to, for whatever reasons. But just give yourself the chance to really feel that you listen to someone else that you may not have been too open to. Thank you. And now I want you to be opened up to a time you did not really listen to your intuition or if the divine was speaking to you. I want you to really feel into that. And now, once more, look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and say, I forgive you for all of that. It was what you could do at the time, and it is over. It is done. You could only do what you could do at that time. And now you wish to be more open, being able to listen more, not just with the ears, but with the heart. And that you will work on doing that and being more open. And send that love to yourself knowing that you are beginning again and letting go of anything that was not for everyone's highest good and greatest joy. So now we thank the mirror and we're going to go back down from the temple. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your chair, feel into the room, and open your eyes.